A new federal grand jury re-indicted former President Donald Trump on 4 charges, this in special counsel Jack Smith's case, accusing Trump of conspiring to overturn the results of the 2020 election. Trump's attorneys entered a not guilty plea during a hearing in federal court today. This was the first hearing since special counsel Smith revised his indictment, and that happened, of course, after the Supreme Court ruled to extend some presidential immunity to Trump. Trump says the Justice Department is engaging in election interference by filing the newly revised indictment. Attorney General Merrick Garland rejected that claim, saying he is confident Smith is following DOJ policy. Now, our Simone D'Alba spoke with a local law professor about today's hearing and also what happens next.
Zoe, with the election just 60 days away, federal judge Tanya Chutkan reminding the Trump defense team, quote, the electoral process and what needs to happen before the election does not matter here. The major takeaway today, the judge did not finalize a schedule in court, calling it a, quote, exercise in futility. I spoke with George Washington University professor Paul Berman about what this all means.
I think it's going to take at least a number of weeks for Judge Chutkan to issue a decision about how to move forward and whether there are acts that are not official that can still go forward. And then as soon as she reaches that decision, assuming there are any charges that she thinks can go forward, Trump's team will certainly appeal that both to the DC Circuit and probably to the US Supreme Court. So that will further delay the proceedings. So that's why she said there's no point in setting a trial date, because there will be ongoing litigation about the immunity decision, and that will likely take many months, if not a whole year.
And Trump's lawyers have argued the indictment should be tossed out on the grounds that Smith's appointment as special counsel and the prosecution's findings are unconstitutional. The major question surrounding this case was if it would go to trial before the election.
In terms of the election, one thing that could happen is that the government lawyers have said that they are able within the next 3 weeks or so to file a brief demonstrating or attempting to demonstrate why Trump's actions were not official. And that brief could contain material in it that might be relevant to people's thinking about the election, and that would come out before the election. But it's very clear there will not be a trial before this election, and so to that degree, Trump's legal team has been successful with the Supreme Court's help of delaying this case beyond the November election date.
Judge Chutkan was clear, saying, quote, the electoral process is not relevant here. I am definitely not getting drawn into an election dispute. A source close to Trump's legal team tells CBS News that the indictment was not a surprise, and it doesn't change the team's position that the case is flawed and they say should be dismissed. Simone D'Alba, WUSA 9.